Good evening. Those who fly solo have the strongest wings. Welcome to BMC News Live, presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Myself, Shina Sulsana, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa issued circular on the Eid al-Fitr holidays. Performance indicators of enforcement law for 2022 revealed. Winners of Bahrain Quran Grand Prize honored. Second Youth Empowerment Forum held. Nearly 20 million across globe benefited from interpretation services of Grand Mosque sermon. Today's news in detail. His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, issued circular on the Eid al-Fitr holidays. His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, yesterday issued a circular on the Eid al-Fitr holidays. The circular stipulates that the kingdom's ministries and public institutions will close on the day of Eid al-Fitr and the 2 days that follow. If any of the Eid days coincides with an official holiday, an extra day will be given in lieu. The circular added. Performance indicators of enforcement law for 2022 revealed. Over 100 million dinars has been collected from debtors in enforcement courts and 88 million dinars paid to 146,000 beneficiaries as revealed by the Justice and Islamic Affairs Ministry's performance indicators for the enforcement law for the year 2022. The ministry said that it will continue optimizing e-systems and applications to ensure efficiency and timely enforcement of final verdicts and other enforcement instruments. The ministry expected that performance indicators will further improve with the application of specialized enforcement paths to deal with debtors, whether individuals, companies, or financial institutions. Education Ministry to expand scope of IELTS training. Results of the post-IELTS test will be announced in May, said Education Minister Dr. Mahmoud bin Mubarak Al-Juma. In a statement yesterday, Dr. Juma said that the ministry would be honored highest IELTS achievers. Schools that achieve the best rates of the attendees and performance in the post-IELTS test will also be recognized. Based on the expected results, the ministry will gradually expand the scope of training for the IELTS exam to include grades 10 and 11 starting from the next new academic year. Winners of Bahrain Quran Grand Prize announced. Winners of the 27th edition of the Bahrain Quran Grand Prize were honored during a ceremony marking Lailatul Qadr. The ceremony was held under the patronage of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa at Al Fateh Islamic Center. The Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs (SCIA) co-organized the event with the Ministry of Justice, Islamic Affairs and Endowments. The prizes were then distributed to 108 male winners. The competition also included individual prizes, the eldest contestant prize, the youngest contestant prize, Prophet Dawood's Flute Prize, Best Quranic Center Prize, Family Quran Prize and Best Local Quran Competition Prize. Second Youth Empowerment Forum held. Under the patronage of Youth Affairs Minister Rawan bin Najib Tawfiqi, the second edition of the Youth Empowerment Centers Forum was held under the theme Empowering Youth Between Reality and the Future. Youth Affairs Ministry's Under Secretary Sarah Ishaki, Chairman of Al Araya Group Holding WLL Nasser bin Mahmad Jamil Al Aralda, and representatives of youth empowerment centers in the kingdom attended the event, hosted by the Al Hajar Youth Empowerment Center. Addressing the forum, Nasser Al Araya expressed thanks and appreciation to the Youth Affairs Minister for patronizing the event in its second edition, noting that the youth empowerment centers and are distinguished incubators for Bahraini youth given the diverse programs they implement to hone Bahraini youngsters' skills. Now we shall go for a short commercial break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back. LMRA conducted inspection campaigns in the capital and southern governorates. The Labour Market Regulatory Authority LMRA conducted 2 joint inspection campaigns in the capital and southern governorates on a number of shops and work sites. The campaign resulted in reporting number of violations related to the labour market and residency laws. The cases were referred for legal action. LMRA noted that a joint inspection campaign was also conducted in the capital governorate in coordination with NPRA and the governorate's respective police directorate. The other inspection campaign was undertaken in the southern governorate in coordination with the General Directorate of Crime Detection and Forensic Evidence of the Ministry of Interior. The Health Minister received Indian Ambassador. Health Minister Dr. Jalila bint Al Sayed Jawad Hassan yesterday received the Indian Ambassador to the Kingdom of Bahrain, Sri Piyush Srivatsava, and discussed joint cooperation between the two countries. The meeting was also attended by Primary Healthcare Centre's Chief Executive Officer Dr. Lulwa Rashid Sowaiter. The Minister noted that strong bilateral relations and steadily growing cooperation between the Kingdom of Bahrain and the Republic of India, especially in the health sector. The two sides discussed aspects of joint cooperation as well as coordination to exchange expertise and promote training. Issues related to health developments were also discussed. Nearly 20 million across globe benefited from interpretation services of Grand Mosque sermons. Nearly 20 million people across the globe have benefited from an interpretation services of sermons given at the Grand Mosque, Islam's holiest site in Saudi Arabia's holy city of Mecca, since Ramadan started in last March, an official has said. The service aims to spread the message of the sermons to the widest scale of audience around the world. Around 19.8 million people have benefited from the e-services around the world during the 2/3 of Ramadan, it has been reported. Elon Musk's SpaceX postponed debut flight of Starship rocket system. Elon Musk's SpaceX on Monday called off a highly anticipated launch of its powerful new Starship rocket, delaying the first uncrewed test flight of the vehicle into space. The 2-stage rocket ship, standing taller than the Statue of Liberty at 394 feet high, originally was scheduled for blast-off from the SpaceX facility at Boca Chica, Texas, during a 2-hour launch window that began at 8 a.m. EDT. But the California-based space company announced in a live webcast that during the final few minutes of the countdown that it was scrubbing the flight attempt for at least 48 hours, citing a pressurization issue in the lower stage rocket booster. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi lauded 100th G20 meeting during India's G20 presidency. The India's Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi has lauded the 100th G20 meeting during India's G20 presidency. In response to a tweet thread by G20 India, the Prime Minister have said that, guided by the principle of one earth, one family, one future, and in line with our ethos of Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam, India's G20 presidency has worked to further global good and create a better planet, he added. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off by Shana Sultana. Good night.